Request Sakshamayashna.
Okay.
Okasavandamidante dvaratayena maya katam sabbamaparadam kamatumibante Ditiyam piyokasavandamidante dvaratayena maya katam sabbamaparadam kamatumibante Tatiyam piyokasavandamidante Varatayena maya kartam sabbamaparadam amatumibante.
Sukhi.
Request of Ashtashila,
Okay.
Uposada Ashtashila. Okasa ahang bhante ti saranena saddhi ashtanga samanagatam uposada shilang dhammang yachami anugahang patva shilang dethame bhante. Dutiyampi okasa ahang bhante ti saranena saddhi ashtanga samanagatang uposada dhammang vyachami anugaham tatva silang dekame bhante tatiyampi okasa ahang bhante ti saranena saddhi ashtanga samanagatang uposada dhammang vyachami anugaham tatva silang dekame bhante.
Yama Vatami Tamadita.
Bhante.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa.
Buddhaṃ saranam gacchāmi, Dhammaṃ saranam gacchāmi, Sanghāṃ saranam gacchāmi.
Buddhaṃ sharanam gacchāmi, Dhammam sharanam gacchāmi, Sangham sharanam gacchāmi.
Dutiyampi Buddhaṃ saranam gacchāmi, Dutiyampi Dhammaṃ saranam gacchāmi, Dutiyampi Sanghāṃ saranam gacchāmi.
Dutiyampi Buddhaṃ sharanam gacchāmi, Dutiyampi Dhammam sharanam gacchāmi, Dutiyampi Sangham sharanam gacchāmi.
Tatiyampi Buddhaṃ saranam gacchāmi, Tatiyampi Dhammaṃ saranam gacchāmi, Tatiyampi Sanghāṃ saranam gacchāmi.
Tatiyampi Buddhaṃ sharanam gacchāmi, Tatiyampi Dhammam sharanam gacchāmi, Tatiyampi Sangham sharanam gacchāmi.
Ti sarana gamanam paripurnam.
Bhante.
Kundani Panati Pata.
Yes, Bhante. Panatipata Veramani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami Adinadana Veramani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami Abrahmacharya Veramani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami Musavada Veramani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami Surameraya Majjapamadatthana Veramani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami Vikala Bhojana Veramani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami Nachagita Vadita Visuka Dasana Mahala Gandha Vilepana Dharana Mandana Vibhusana Thana Veramani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami Uchchasayana Mahasayana Veramani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami.
Idhambe Punyam
Idam me punyam
Asavakayam
asavakkaya
Hotu
vahang hotu
Amesina
Idang me silang
Nippanasa
Nibbanasa
Pachayo Hodu
Pachayo Hotu
Sarane Nasa Atanga Samanagadam Bosatha Silang Dhamma Sadukang Gadawa Apamadina Sampadita
Ambante Sadhu 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 Nandami Bante.
Can I start now?
Yes, Bante.
Okay. Now the tree almost finished. Huh? Still remain how many days?
2 days only.
Oh, 2 days. Okay. Now already 80 course already. Huh?
19 finished this is
Or
Bante.
90 finished. Okay.
After 8 days we will start 20. I want to invite you again for starting.
Since COVID-19 pandemic happens within
Yes,
2
Bante.
years.
Yes, Bante.
Now all the devotees, Dhamma Mangala devotee crews was in India. So do meditation retreat already 90 course. So today I would like to give the Dhamma talk. My Dhamma talk is he who loves the Dhamma is a noble one. He who loves the Dhamma is a noble one. Before we start our talk, let me pay homage to the Buddha. I recite Namo Tassa 3 times together. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. I will translate this Namo Tassa Katha into Myanmar version. You can listen mindfully and respectfully to the qualities of the Buddha. Arahato Dathangaya Kilesa Yanuduma Kendo Mudaba Betado Arahato Lumina Menjama Mendo E Ludam Boya Bisi Libya Nindangwa Ayote Putin and Liam Yet Putin Miwe Jen Siga Chen Ago Ata Putin Dogo Kando Mudaba Betado Arahato Sequaya Yanai Go Muya no Muya Sebuya Rupchin Makamu Mandamiago Budo Mamu Dapa Vetado Yodo Mamu Dapa Vetado Jansiro Mamu Dapa Vetado Bhagavado Esariya Dhamma Yasa Siri Kama Payadam Yibin Podo Chaulin Pizondo Mudapa Vitado Sama Sambuddhasa Dukha Sajja Samudaya Sajja Magga Sajja Nirodha Sajja Huswato Sajja Liva Dogo Goro Dandalin Tutun Yui Linyendo Mudapa Vitado Tassa Dadi Sasa Lograndale Mondai Wille Mayu Mayan Chow Sa Dang Gendo Kain Kando Dadi Goneli Pizondo Mudapa Vitado To Bono Chabada Kenda Vinu Savenu Myaswa Paya Amagan Tiaho Bogo Tiana Bogo Chija Gondo Yonana Pianga Kanda Go Dunga Dambo Ajanudo A Namo Tiaho Diana Bian Boye Andre Ginjin Holo Do Diado Mei Arahata Po Bao Abi Sondo Yaba Zijin Junga Kono Nalong Doma Byong Byo Mango Lio Yue Royo Jo Lasso Mo Yue Sheko Man Shokaro Jindi Atu Bhavadu Sense Madwe Pipa Zidadi Yaswa Paya Yaswa Paya Sadhu Sadhu Sadhu. Now children, meditation retreat periods, all devotees will practice the Dhamma. To charity, observing morality, practice meditation. Listen to my talk, share my knowledge. Manigosan, Kusala activity, you have accumulated a lot. Stay, we continue to practice the Dhamma. Because of this, today my Dhamma talk is, he who loves the Dhamma is a noble one, part one. We not complete all my Dhamma talk, so today I will give part one Dhamma talk. To have the clear information, I would like to share our part. He who loves the Dhamma is a number one. The Dhamma qualities you already know. Swakwato Bhagavata Dhammo. The Dhamma well expounded by the Bhagavan. Sanditiko to be realized by self, not by hearsay. Agaliko conducive to immediate good result. Ehipasiko to be approached, to be seen. Opaneko, what means of me, enter and mind. Pachatan viditabo, when you hear, to be realized by the wise is by himself. These are 6 qualities of the Dhamma. Because you are practicing the Dhamma, you need to know the qualities of the Dhamma and the meaning. Okay, today I would like to explain in the Parabhava Sutta what the Buddha say about the Dhamma. In the Parabhava Sutta, Buddha mentioned many katha. Among many katha, I would like to explain only one katha related with this my Dhamma talk. This Pali katha mentioned in Parabhava Sutta, Sutta Nipata. The Buddha explained Dhamma kamo bhavam hoti Dhamma desi parabhava. 2 lines only. Dhamma kamo bhavam hoti Dhamma desi parabhava. Dhamma kamo tiya Dhamma ko lola donta chimyan nule shide poguri di. Bhavam jiva chanda di hoti mocha madhe pipavi. Dhamma desi parabhava, Dhamma desi tiya Dhamma ko monti neja jandi. Parabhava pyasi sayoti hoti mocha madhe pipavi. This Buddha admonished only 2 lines, but the definition are very, very wide. Because of this, even one Dhamma talk may not finish this definition. So, what is the meaning of this admonishment? Dhamma kamo bhavam hoti Dhamma desi parabhava. The translation into English, it means, he who loves the Dhamma progress. He who dislikes the Dhamma declines. Declines means decays. Dhamma kamo bhavan hoti. He who loves the Dhamma progress. Dhamma desi parabhavo. He who dislikes the Dhamma declines, decays. Buddha explained Parabhava Sutta on the following days after explaining the Mangala Sutta. The Mangala devotee, you may know the blessing Sutta, 38 kinds of blessing. That's called Mangala Sutta. The Buddha explained this Parabhava Sutta on the following days after explaining Mangala Sutta. Parabhava means declines or downfalls. D-E-C-L-I-N-E, declines. D-O-W-N-F-A, downfalls. F-A-L-L, downfalls. Mangala means blessings. Their meaning are opposites to each other. Mangala Sutta and Parabhava Sutta. These, their meaning are opposites to each other. There is a very nice background story explaining why the Buddha taught the discourse on declines immediately after teaching the discourse on blessings. So they have a nice background story when the Buddha explained this Parabhava Sutta after explaining Mangala Sutta. Upon the question from the Deva, the Buddha taught the Mangala Sutta. Eme Sutta Ekam Samyam Bhagava Savatiya Viharati Cheta Vane Anatha Pedikasa Arame Takho Nyadara Devada Bekandaya Radiya Bekanda Wana. That's a Mangala Sutta. One, the certainty was approached to the Buddha and request to explain Mangala Sutta. Because of this, Buddha explained 38 highest blessings and lives. Most of the people, when they meet the bhikkhu, Indian people, they say Guruji, Panditji. So when they meet the people in Indonesia, most of the Buddhist devotees, they ask the blessing. Pandit, please do the blessing. They need the blessings. So at the time, I explained that if you need the blessing, you no need to ask to Pandit. You can do the blessing by yourself. Buddha already explained that the 8 types of the blessing. You can do the dana, charity, you can listen to Dhamma, you can practice the meditation. These all are blessings. You listen to Dhamma, you meet Bhikkhu Sangha, you gather to accumulate Sankama, you take care of your children, you support to your parents. These all are blessings. If you follow the Buddha teachings according to the blessing Sutta, automatically you will get a blessing. This blessing you need to ask from other people. Is it true or not? Mr. Deepak. Most of the people, they depend on other people to get the blessing. Actually, the blessing you can do by yourself at home, at the temple, everywhere. If you understand the blessing Sutta, you can do the blessing anytime, every day. Okay, so the Buddha taught the Mangala Sutta, explained the 38 highest blessing in life. So because of this, all Deva, they already got the information on the blessing from the Buddha. After hearing the Mangala Sutta, the Devas taught among themselves. They taught themselves. How they taught? In the Mangala Sutta, the Buddha taught the practice that will lead to growth and well-being of all beings, well-beings of all beings. So in the Mangala Sutta, this Mangala Sutta can be the benefit of well-beings of all living beings. Now we already know the cause for increasing blessing, for higher peace, for improvement, for progress in the Dhamma. Because the Buddha already explained many ways in Mangala Sutta. We already know the way of well-being, the ways of happiness, the way of improvement for progress in the Dhamma. But no, we don't know the cause that will lead to the declines, will lead to the decays and downfalls of all beings. Because of not knowing the reason for declines, because of not knowing the reasons for decays, many beings are wasting away and destroying their life. Destroying their life. For the sake of these people who are on the path of downfall, we should approach the Buddha. We should request for an explaining on the cause for downfalls of beings. The King Deva Saka, the King Saka then appointed a Deva to request these teachings from the Buddha. This is the same Deva who requests for the teachings of Mangala Sutta the day before. Because of this, certain Deva approached to the Buddha late at night in the Jetavana monastery. The Deva asked the questions to the Buddha. Barabwandam Purisam Mayam Pochama Dhamma Bawandam Potu Magama Ke Barabwado Mukham. That's the questions of the Deva. He requests to the Buddha to explain the Parabha Sutta with one kata. What is the meaning? Parabwandam Purisam Mayam Pochama Dhamma Bawandam Potu Magama Ke Parabhavato Mukham. Parabwandam Purisam. We have come here to ask the blessed one questions. Mayam Pochama Dhamma. Questions related to a man who suffer declines or downfalls. Ke Parabhavato Mukham. Please tell us cause that lead to his declines. So we have come here to ask the Blessed One questions. A question related to a man who suffer declines or downfalls. Please tell us the cause that lead to his declines. Or Deva from 10,000 walls system gathered in Jetavana monastery to listen the Parabha Sutta. Mr. Deepak, how many Deva? The Deva from 10,000 walls, a lot. 10,000 walls, 10,000 walls, you see? Not only one wall, 10,000 wall system. Gathered in Jetavana monastery to listen to Parabha Sutta. Homepage Jetavana monastery. You may thinking, Mr. Deepak,
Yes,
how long
maybe.
Deepak can stay in this Jetavana monastery? They are gathered from 10,000 wall system. Here in commentary explain how the Deva can exist, can stay in this Jetavana monastery. How 10,000 wall system Devas can come and listen this Parabha Sutta in the Jetavana monastery, in the Takata, in the commentary they explain. So some people, they may complain that, how is this possible for so many Devas to gather and stay at one place? Mr. Deva, you may be thinking like that also, So many, not 1 billion. Huh?
Cannot
So
count.
the commentary is plain. So ekawalaka koti ka samadhi. The meaning is in a space as small as the tip of a hair. In a space as small as the tip of a hair. You see, the tip of our hair, very small. Huh? So although very small, you see one as the tips of a hair, 50 devas, 60 devas, 70 devas, up to 80 devas, gather to listen to the discourse. Because the deva is not like our human. They have the power. Okay, they can create their body very small and they can gather together. Okay, you see, even the small tip of the hair, 50 to 80 deva can exist. You see, because of this, so by this way, that the deva can gather to listen to the discourse in the Jetavana monastery from 10,000 watt system devas. Gathers because they want to know what's the way of declines, what's the way to declines and decays. They create very subtle body in order to stay in the small space. In response to this request to teach, the Buddha taught the Parava Sutta. In total, the Buddha explained 12 causes, 12 gata that lead to one's declines and downfall. Buddha explained the way to decline, decays. The Buddha started by saying, Suvijano bhavam hondi, Suvijano parabhavo, Dhamma kamo bhavam hondi, Dhamma desi parabhavo. The meaning is Suvijano bhavam hondi. It is very easy to know the one who is progressing. Suvijano parabhavo. It is very easy to know the one who is declining, who is decaying. At the time, Buddha continued to explain, Dhamma kamo bhavam hoti, Dhamma desi parabhavo, Dhamma kamo bhavam hoti. He who loves the Dhamma progress, Dhamma desi parabhavo. He who dislikes Dhamma declines. Mr. Diba, understand? Do you love the Dhamma or you do not love Dhamma?
Sure, love.
Yeah, you love the Dhamma. All devotees love the Dhamma. So he who loves the Dhamma progress. The opposite way, he who dislikes the Dhamma declines. Okay, so there have many meanings to explain about this kata. So I will try to explain to understand with the many story and definition about this Dhamma. Dhamma kamo bhavam hoti, Dhamma desi parabhavo. In this Dhamma talk, I would like to explain Dhamma kamo. He who loves the Dhamma, which is the title of this talk. He who loves the Dhamma means the person, the human beings who love the Dhamma. So I would like to explain in 3 parts. Firstly, the definitions of human beings. Secondly, the meaning of love. And finally, the meaning of Dhamma. 3 subtitles of this Dhamma talk, Mr. Diba. So I have many information to explain about this. Firstly, the definition of human beings. As we are human beings, we are not Deva, so we are not Brahmins. We need to know the meaning of human beings. I would like to start off by explaining the definitions of human beings. According to the Vimana way to commentary, there are 4 types of human beings. Number 1, Manusa Beto. Previous Dhamma also I've already mentioned about 4 types of people. Manusa Beto, Manusa Niriko, Manusa Niriko, Manusa Darichano, Paramata Manuso. 4 types of the people. Human like hungry ghosts, human like hell beings, human like animals, the ultimate human beings. I would like to explain these 4 types of human beings because we are human. We need to know the meaning of human being Manusa. The meaning of Manusa Beta, human like a hungry ghost. Some human beings are like hungry ghosts, Beta. They are very, very poor. In the Beta also there are different levels. So some human beings are like hungry ghosts. They are very poor. They have no house, no shelter to stay under. You may see different country. Every country have homeless. So you can see many country. In India also you may see. In Western also you may see. So you go near the Ganga River, you may see many homeless. Some people, they have no house, no shelter to stay under. Some people are not only homeless, they have hardly any clothes. They have no food to eat due to their extreme poverty. They have to move around, looking and searching for food. Sometimes they collect food that is thrown away by others. Their behavior is like that of hungry ghosts. As they have no food to eat, some hungry ghosts collect the saliva and unwanted food from people. This is similarly to the natures of the types of human beings who are like hungry ghosts. These types of human beings called Manusa Beto. In the world, you may see many people, such type of the people, Manusa Beto. Secondly, Manusa Niriko, human-like hell beings. Due to their bad karma, beings are reborn in hell. Because of accumulated unwholesome karma, many beings are reborn in hell. These hell beings are tortured by the hell wonders, the hell cut, tortured by hell cut. In the same way, some human beings, they break the law and are thrown into jails. They have to stay in jail, especially in ancient time. They are tortured by the prison guard. The king will order torture and punishment for their crimes. Their skins may pitch off. Their skin, they like you see some animals, they open the whole body skin, only remain the flesh. In the same way, the jail guard, the prison guard, they made punishment by this way because of the order of the king in ancient time. Their bones may be crushed. Their body limb may be cut and chopped off in ancient time. You may see in the Jataka story, you may see many stories like that. Because of punishment by the king, they cut and chop off their body limb. Because of this, they have a lot of suffering, just like the hell beings, which are tortured by hell wonders. That's a torture by hell cut. So these are human beings who are like hell beings. They have to face a lot of suffering. They have a lot experience suffering. These human beings are called Manusa Niriko, human-like hell beings. Thirdly, Manosa Darichano, human-like animals. Some animals, they do not know the benefit of the Buddha, the benefit of Dhamma, the benefit of Sangha. They do not know Karma and Itarisa. They do not know the benefit of the parents, the benefit of the teachers, the value of the teacher. They do not understand the quality of the tribulations. So, due to the wrong understanding, they do not avoid unwholesome actions. These are very, very dangerous. Some animal, they do not know, most of the animal, not some animal, most of the animal, they do not know what is good and what is bad. Some human beings like the natures of the animals. Because they do not know wholesome or unwholesome, they cannot avoid, they do not avoid unwholesome action. They are negligent in performing wholesome action. They do not know, understand the benefit to practice meditation. Mr. Diba, the animal understand or no? No understand.
No.
In the same way, some human beings also like that. Okay, in India, you may see they have the wrong view people. Money, they have also have many followers. In ancient time, you see 6 great teachers. They give the wrong ways. They give the wrong ways. Because of these, all disciples follow the wrong way. You see, when the Buddha appear, Buddha need to teach a lot. Buddha need to explain within 45 Vasa periods, day and night, continuously. Because before Buddha appear, people didn't know. They just follow according to what their teachers say. This is true or not, they cannot differentiate. Because of this, we need to know the Dhamma. If we do not know the Dhamma, if we do not know the way of life, wholesome or unwholesome, we have a lot of suffering. So if we do not know karma and karma result, if we do not know the Buddha qualities, Dhamma qualities, Sangha quality, so these humans are like the animals. These humans called Manosa Darichano. Finally, Paramatha Manosa, the ultimate human beings. These are worthy human beings. They know the qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha. They understand karma and result. Because you understand karma and result, you practice meditation. Although during the corona pandemic periods, many people suffer. You know how to free from the suffer. Although we have the suffer, stay, maintain wholesome activity, although busy in daily life, still take the time to follow the Buddha teachings and practice, listen to Dhamma, do many wholesome activity, social activity. So because you are human beings, you understand karma and result. So these Paramatha Manosa, they avoid unwholesome action. Not only do wholesome action, they also avoid unwholesome action. They accumulate a lot of wholesome karma. So they dedicate themselves to helping others. During corona pandemic, many people have lost suffer. So many charitable groups, they helping others people, providing food, shelter, and education to the poor. So, for example, in ancient, Mother Teresa helped the poor people in India. That's also very popular. Nightingale, that's also very famous. Help the wounded soldier during the war times. Microsoft founder, Bill Gates, and many other rich men are setting up charitable foundation. In India also, they have a lot of charitable foundation. They support a lot of people, they support who need their help. Some, they would promote world peace, while some other would conduct research for the advancement in medicine and healthcare. All of them are working hard to bring benefit for the world as well as follow human beings, just like Sammasambuddha. You see our Buddha since the Bodhisattva periods, helping a lot of people, sacrificing himself to help the relative, to help the societies. So just like the Sammasambuddha, Pichika Buddha, and the noble person, they bring welfare and benefits for the world, for their relatives, for the peoples around them. Lokata Chariyan, Nyadata Chariyan, Bodhata Chariyan. That's the ways of our Buddha, our Bodhisattva, Pichika Buddha. They are called Paramata Manusa, the ultimate human beings. So, among 4 types of peoples, which type of human being do you prefer to be? Sure, we want to be Paramata Manusa. We try to be Paramata Manusa. Is it true? If we prefer to be the last types, the ultimate human beings, then we should understand what is good and what is bad. We should accumulate wholesome action. If we listen to the Dhamma talk, if we learn the Dhamma, we may know the way of life. What's good and what's bad. And what's the way to free from all suffering? What's the way to understand the noble truth? What's the way to realize Nibbana? Buddha explained many ways to be good, to be the noble person. So we should learn and we should practice. We should avoid unwholesome actions. So we should follow the instruction from the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. Only then we will become Paramata Manusa, the ultimate human beings. Also very importantly, the ultimate human being is the one that loves the Dhamma. The one that loves the Dhamma. Buddha explained Dhamma, Kamo Bhavan Hoti. He who loves the Dhamma is the noble one. If we want to be the noble person, Paramata Manusa, we should love the Dhamma. For human beings, gems, gold, silver, rubies, rice, so forth are all very valuable for human beings. But even more valuable for human beings understand the law of the Dhamma. To understand the law of the Dhamma is very important and very valuable for human beings. If we do not understand the Dhamma, we will suffer in the present life due to the lack of wisdom. You see, Ajata Satu, although he is the son of King Bimbisara, Sotapanna, at the beginning, because he do not know the Dhamma very well, he committed to kill his father on suffer life, you see. Although he have already accumulated parami in past life, in present, because of absence to know the Dhamma. If we know this is bad, if we know this Panchanariya Karma can reborn in the hell being, he may not commit these unwholesome actions. So very dangerous. Because of this, although gem, gold, silver, ruby, rice, many worldly beings are valuable, more valuable for human beings understand the law of the Dhamma. If we do not understand the Dhamma, we will suffer in the present lives due to the lack of wisdom. We will encounter many difficulties as we cannot differentiate right from wrong. Furthermore, in the future, we may likely to be reborn into one of the 4 woeful states. We will then suffer a lot. Devadatta, although know the Dhamma, because of not follow the Dhamma, still reborn in the hell beings. Many peoples, because of accumulate unwholesome karma, because of not follow the way of the Dhamma, they have a lot of suffering. In order to become peaceful and to be the noble person, we should learn and practice the Dharma, learning and understanding the Dharma, and then practicing according to the Dhamma. This will help to purify our threefold actions, namely bodily actions, verbal actions, and mental actions. This is the power of the teachings and training in the Buddha's dispensations. Okay, I've already explained the definitions of human beings. You already choose which type of human being you prefer. Secondly, the definitions of love. I would like to explain the definitions of love. There are two kinds of love. Now you already understand how to be a true and worthy human beings. So I will explain the definitions of love. Number one, worldly love and love for the Dhamma. The usual love that we are familiar with is the worldly love. It will only bring about sorrow, sokat. On the other hand, the love for the Dhamma can let us to be free from sorrow. Okay, number one, the love is only bring about sorrow. The second, love for the Dhamma can lead us to free from sorrow. So, if you want to be free from sorrow, if we want to be free from sorrow, you should love the Dhamma instead. From the Dhamma verse 212, and the Buddha says, Piyado jayati soko, Piyado jayati bayam, Piyado vipa mudasa, nati soko buddho bayam. The meaning is from loves, grief, sorrows arise. From loves, suffering, fear arise. For one who is entirely free from love, there is no grief, so where is fear? In the Piyajatika Sutta, Nijjhima Nikaya 87, there's a very nice story to understand how grief and sorrow arise from love. A certain householder's dearest and beloved only son had died. He had only son. One day his son had died. After his son's death, he had no more desire to work or to eat. When I went to Vietnam, also same in Ho Chi Minh City, one rich woman, he only had one son. One day, his beloved son had died. Because of this, she had a lot of suffering. So she do not have any desire to work or to do this and that. In the same way, in this story, how Suraman also say, because of his son died, he had no more desire to work or to eat. He kept going to the cemetery and wept for his son. He was crying for his son. When the Buddha knew this, the Buddha said to the householders, Eva medanga bandi, Eva medanga bandi, Piya jatika hi kahabadi, Soka paridewa, Dukha domna subhaya, Dukha domna subhaya sa, Piya baba vikati. The meaning is so, it is householder, so it is sorrow, limitation, pain, grief, and despair are born from those who are dear, arise from those who are dear. However, the householder was not pleased. He was not pleased with what the Buddha said. He insisted on the worldly view that happiness and joy are born from those who are dear, arise from those who are dear. Piyajadika hi ananda somnasa piyapabhavika. So eventually, this story reached the king's palace, the king Pasirani Kosala. So then the king Pasiranis of Kosala recounted to Queen Malika what the Buddha said. Sorrow, limitation, pain, grief, and despair are born from those who are dear, arise from those who are dear. Queen Malika agreed immediately with the statements by the Buddha, because she is very wise. Because of this, she understands suddenly when the Buddha mentioned these words. But King Pasirani Kosala did not subscribe to this view. He did not agree to this view. Because of this, Queen Malika sent a Brahmin to approach the Buddha and ask for the Buddha's explanation. The Buddha then gave the examples of a woman whose mother had died. Owing to her mother's death, she went mad, lost her mind, and wandered from street to street and from cross to crossroad, saying, "Have you seen my mother? Have you seen my mother?" And the Buddha continued with explains our father's death, her father dead, her sister dead, her son's dead, her daughter dead, and her husband dead. And as it is for the woman, similarly, it can be understood for a man meeting with the death of his loved one. From each of these cases, it can be understood how sorrow, lamentations, pain, grief, and despair are born from those who are dear, arise from those who are dear. The Buddha further gave an example where a woman was asked to divorce from her husband. Her relatives wanted to marry her to another man whom she do not like. When her husband was told of this, he cut the woman in two and also cut himself up. You may see in present time also you may see this case may have a lot. These are because of worldly love. They have a lot of suffer. So you can see this man, he deep so thinking that they shall remain together in the afterlife after death. So it can again be understood from these incidents how sorrow, lamentation, pain, grief, and despair are born from those who are dear, arise from those who are dear. Taking this lesson from the Buddha, Queen Malika approached King Vasudeva and asked, "What do you think? Is Princess Vajira dear to you?" Princess Vajira was the daughter of King Vasudeva. So, of course, the king replies, the Princess Vajira was dear to him. Queen Malika then asked, if sorrow, lamentation, pain, grief, and despair would arise in the kings if some serious illness or death were to befall onto the princess or the king, This will mean a big change in his life. And so he began to understand how sorrow, limitation, pain, grief, and despair are born from those who are dear, arise from those who are dear. Queen Malika continued with the examples of other people who are dear to King Vasirani. For example, his Queen Vasava, his son General Vidrupa, Queen Malika herself, as well as territorials under his rules, Kasi and Kosala. If any undesirable change were to happen to any of these beloved people or beloved things, suffering will surely arise. The king finally understood and rejoiced in the Buddha statements. Mr. Diba, understand, now in India and during Corona pandemic, they see many people pass away a lot. Some people, if they are not their related, they may not have a lot of suffer. They may not a lot sorrow. But from their family member, from the teachers, and from the relatives, someone pass away, how they will feel. You can understand by this way. This is the nature of worldly love. So the king finally understood the statements of the Buddha. Oh. Money line. Money line. So because of this, Buddha, because of explanation of the Buddha, the king Basi Nicola understand. Pia Jadi Kahi Kabadi Soka Bridewa Doka Domna Supayasa Pia Baba Vikandi. Sorrow, limitation, pain, grief, and despair are born from those who are dear, arise from those who are dear. Therefore, worldly love will only bring sorrow to us. However, the love for the Dhamma, the second love, the love of Dhamma, the love for the Dhamma, will free us from this sorrow. Even if we still have worldly love. Now you may have the family, you may have the children, you may have the wife, husband, brother, sister. Even if we still have worldly love, but if we train ourselves in the Dhamma will protect us and we will not be overcome from sorrow. I would like to give you an examples of how the Dhamma can protect us from the feelings of sorrow. From the feeling of sorrow. At the times of the Buddha, there is another lady by the name of Malika, not the queen of King Kosala, King Basini Kosala. This Malika is the wife of Bandula, General Bandula in Buddha time. Malika. Another one is Malika Devi. This one is Malika, the wife of hero, the wife of General Bandula. This lady Malika has the great elephant strings, so that she can wear the great ornaments, dresses, Mahalata Pasadana. Mahalaka Pasadana. In ancient time in India, that's a very famous ornaments dress, very popular. This is a dress that is fully decorated with the most expensive gold, silver, precious gems, etc. Therefore, one has to be very strong and very powerful to wear this heavy decorated dress, heavily decorated dress. So during the times of the Buddha, only 3 ladies, now in India, many million, no billion of the people. In Buddha time, during the Buddha time, only 3 ladies possess such great ornaments dress. The other 2 being Visakha and Deva Daniya Pora. Another one is Malika. Malika. So Malika husband Bandula, the husband of Malika Bandula, and their 32 sons were killed by King Kosala due to the torturous speech by the king's minister. Because the General Bandula, he is very, very powerful. He is very smart. He is very, very strange. Because of this, some minister disagreed to him because he have 32 sons. Malika, she have 32 sons. So one son have 1,000 followers because they are very big group. So because of this, some minister made treacherous speech by the king minister to the king Kosala. At the time, Malika was offered alms to the Sangha led by the 2 chief disciples of the Buddha, Vanaleva Sariputta and Vanaleva Moggallana. When she was given the message that her husband Bandula and all 32 sons were killed, she calmly kept the paper containing the message and continued with her duty to serving the Sangha. So at the end of the Midana, one of the milk pots dropped to the floor and broke. Seeing this, Vanaleva Sariputta tried to console Malika and asked her not to worry about the broken pot, POT pot. Malika replied that she was not worried. Bhante, I'm not worried at all about this pot. Even when she was notified of the death of her husband and all 32 sons earlier during the Midana, she did not feel any sorrow. Mr. Diba, easy or no? Not only one son, no, include the husband, 32 sons, all were killed by King Kosala. You see, even this accident happened to her. She didn't feel any sorrow. She did not feel any sorrow. This is possible because of training according to the Dhamma. This Malika, the wife of Bandula, was already attained Nagami non-returner. So her power of the Dhamma was very, very strong, and she was not affected by sorrow despite the death of her husband and all 32 sons. For normal people, easy or no? Not easy. Even one son, one husband, one wife pass away, beloved one pass away, or do you will feel. So you can see how the love of the Dhamma can free us from the suffering or sorrow caused by worldly love. Some of you may complain, oh, she's already in Nagami Bhante, and Ratana, and Ariya, noble one. But we are only Purujana, ordinary worldly. So I shall quote you another example of a group of Purujana who are able to overcome sorrow due to the power of the Dharma. You may see in the Uraka Jataka story, there is a Brahmin family consisting of 6 members, fathers, mother, son, daughter, wife of the son, and the maid. The father has been teaching all the family members to regularly practice recollections of death, marana no sati. Now, previous Dhamma last year, I also already mentioned marana no sati. For protective meditation, loving kindness, Buddha recollection, death recollection, marana no sati. Mr. Deva also already mentioned about the marana no sati. In your daily life, not only practice anapana, but also you can follow to practice mindful protective meditation. If necessary, you can practice Buddha quality, loving kindness, boundless asubha meditations, and death recollection. So, the father in this story, the father, our Bodhisattva, has been teaching all the family members to regularly practice recollections of death. Marana no sati. He always admonished the family members according what you have received, give donations, practice morality, observe a precept on Uposatha days. Now, all of you are not only in Uposatha during this meditation retreat. Most of devotees have follow a precept, Uposatha Sila. As possible, you do the charity, you observe morality, you practice meditation. In this way, our Bodhisattva, the father, our Bodhisattva, he always remind to his all family member to accumulate wholesome kusala merits. And also, he remind to refresh recollections of death, marana no sati. So also he explained, for in the case of being like ourselves, death is certain, life is uncertain. Marana me do on, death is certain. Jivita me ado on. Jivita me ado on. Life is uncertain, death is certain. So life is uncertain. Marana me do on. Always we need to refresh by this way. This is called marana no sati. All conditioned things are impermanent and subject to decay. Therefore, be heedful day and night. He always admonished to his family members by this way. One day, while walking in the fields, they are the farmer. So while they walking in the fields, the son of our Bodhisattva was bitten by a snake and died. The father did not weep. The father did not cry, but calmly placed and covered the son's body under a tree. He reflected that which is subject to dissolutions is dissolved, and that which is subject to death is death. All conditioned phenomena are impermanent and subject to death. Recognizing the impermanent natures of things, he continued to walk on the fields after passing message for his family to come to the feast. When the family gathered at the feast, they processed to cremate the son, but none of them cried. Mr. Deva, easy or not? Include his wife, his sister, his mother. So all of them, they didn't cry. So the king Deva Saka found out and decided to discard himself as a Brahmin to test them. He appeared before them and questions each of them in turn. He challenged them that the son who died must have been someone not close to them, or maybe even their enemies, as none of them cried. So each of them answered in words to explain why they did not cry. You can see in the Uddaka Jataka, they explain with the different kata. When King Saka questioned to them, firstly, the father said, the father, our Bodhisattva, replied to King Saka, who discussed himself as a Brahmin. So our Bodhisattva, the father said, just as a snake cuts off its dead skin from its body, similarly, a person abandoned his useless body when he became dead and lifeless. The mother said to the King Saka, he comes without being asked to come, and he go away without being permitted to go. So there is no point crying for one who comes and go against his intention in the realm of samsara. This is true. So when we go to the family, no one invited to ask. Because of our karma, we are reborn in the mother womb. After that, we have to die. This is the nature of the law of karma. Because of this, the mother replied by this way. He comes, my son, come without being asked to come. And he goes away without being permitted to go. So there's no point crying for one who comes and go against his intention in the realm of samsara. The sister said to the King Saka, if I'm crying for him, I will only become thin and weak through grief. But crying is no use. It will only bring deep sorrow to my relatives and friends. That also reasonable question, reasonable answer. No use. Although we are crying, no use. The dead body cannot know anything. So because of this, the sister replied by this way. After that, the wife said, a child cried loudly, wanting to catch the moon in the sky. Everybody see the moon in the sky. So a child cried loudly because he wanted to catch the moon in the sky. Mr. Deepa, possible or not? How can get the moon in the sky? So she gave the example, the wife of the guy who passed away, replied by this way, a child cried loudly because he wanted to catch the moon in the sky. He thinks the moon can be used as a wheel for the chariot. Because of the children, they like to play the chariot. He asking someone to get the moon in the sky. One who crying for the dead is just like this senseless child. That's also reasonable answers. Finally, the maid said, a broken pot cannot be joined together. So the pot broken, you cannot join together again. One who grieves for the dead is just like one trying to join the broken piece of the pot. Also, that's a reasonable answer. They all said the person who had died has been cremated. He is already on his way to his next destination in rebirth. He does not know that his relatives are weeping, his relatives are crying and grieving for him. So they are no use crying for a dead man. So Deepa, understand? You can teach your students, because most of the students, most of the devotees, they have a family. So these are the natures of the world. Our life is impermanence. Death is certain. Life is uncertain. Always we need to emphasize this marana nosati, because any case will happen among our human beings between wife and husband, boy and girl, the parents and the children. Because of this, we need to reflect this marana nosati in our daily life. So now in this family, our bodhisattva, you see, because of they always refresh this Marananosati, their family has been practiced recollection of death diligently. This training of the Dhamma protects them from sorrow, despite heavy worldly love for the dead person. Their love for the Dhamma help them to deal with such sudden condition. Although their son had passed away, they didn't cry because of protected by the Dhamma. So the Dhamma can support. If you practice the Dhamma every day, this Dhamma can support to you, can support the arising of wise intention. Because of you accumulate Osan Karma every day, so you can develop a lot of wise intention. These wise intentions called Yoniso Manasikara. This Yoniso Manasikara can promote a lot of Osan Karma, can thinking wisely. Because of this, our Bodhisattva family, because of always reflect the regulation of that quality, they have a wise intention. They can think properly. Nobody have the sorrow limitation. So this Dhamma protects them. The training or regulation of that wise attention will arise to overcome any sorrow or grief. So although we have worldly love for each other, this worldly love can bring to us many feelings of sorrow, limitations, pain, grief, and despair. If we train ourselves according to the teachings of the Buddha, this worldly love cannot bring such unwanted feelings upon us. So because of this, we need to practice the Dhamma. We need to follow the Buddha teaching. This is the Buddha teachings, this Buddha Dhamma will bring us a lot of happiness and the final attainment of Nibbana. That is why the Buddha admonished in the Brahma Sutta, Dhamma Kamo Bhavan Hoti, Dhamma Desi Parabhava, Dhamma Kamo Tia Dhamma Go Lola Dhamma, Chimyan Nuli Shide Puguridi, Bhavan Jiva Chanda Di Hoti Mocha Madhi Tibavi, Dhamma Desi Parabhava, Dhamma Desi Tia Dhamma Go Mondi Nija Jendi Parabhava Pyasi Soyodi, Hoti Mocha Madhi Tibavi. He who loves the Dhamma progress, he who dislikes Dhamma declines. So, okay, now already almost 9:30. According to the Buddha teachings, we also will practice the Buddha teachings and they to attain Nibbana very soon. May all love the Dhamma step by step and they to attain Nibbana very soon. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.